Hey, what's up, jabronis? My name's Meg, and I like building things in The Sims. I'm in Tamarang today on this little lot building 4 apartment units. Don't be like me, I made the mistake of not realizing all of the bugs if for rent shipped with. Not sure how, since that shit happens more often than not with new packs, but I built this whole lot as a residential rental, and it was laggy, jabronis. I got rid of a bunch of my random CC, so that's kind of why this build ended up without CC on the gallery. I was just trying to reduce lag. So if you're interested, you can download this slot. My ID is TheMegstar. Most of my builds do use CC though. But the loose inspiration for this build happened while I was checking out Bangkok in Google Street View, as you do. So it's kind of like a local home here. It's going to be on the right here. But I had the idea of like the current owner's father had built this a long time ago for friends and family in the neighborhood. So I wanted it to look like it's been here for a long time, collecting things from different people and family members, and the tenants are all super tight and they spend a lot of time in the shared space in the middle there. But yeah, so this whole lot is meant to look pretty inexpensive and like handmade, but like these families have put a lot of time and work into making it a home for all of them. Yeah, I messed with how to do these little roofs out here for so long. You can see I've got like remnants of all the tents and awnings that I was trying to fit in there. But I ended up just using a regular roof for the space on the left, and then these couple different awnings for this space over here. But yeah, I was able to, like I said earlier, fit 4 units in here, 2 on each side in each of those little buildings that I've built. Every unit has a bedroom and bathroom upstairs with air conditioning, and then a kitchen and living space on the bottom floor with like an open arch to the space in the middle. There's no windows on the first floor, they're all on the second floor. So it's meant to kind of look like more industrial on the first floor there. It's all concrete. But the units on the left, in the left building, are a little bit nicer. I have the owner's unit as the front left one, and then both of the back units are a tiny bit bigger than the front units in the end. And you can see that I placed that spirit house in the front corner there. I was so excited that they put those in this pack, because I saw a bunch of them just like that in Google Street View. And according to my research, it's believed that the spirits who own the land live in those shrines, and leaving offerings like rice and fruit and drinks and flowers and incense helps to keep the spirits happy. And as I always say, happy spirits, happy tenants, jabrones. But I suppose the description of the item in the game might tell you that, but who reads those, am I right? Also, fuck this railing glitch. You can see them just coming through the wall there. I don't know, I just left it like that because that's where I wanted the railings. And also, I don't know if you guys are having this, but I'm getting a decoration glitch. Like every time I leave the lot and come back, the Valentine's decorations are back up. Drives me nuts. And only the property owner can like select and change and remove decorations for the whole lot, so that's pretty annoying. But a lot of other packs do really work with the build mode in this pack. I used a lot of island living and snowy escape stuff, even like horse ranch with all those dirty old swatches that we got in that pack. I placed like a bunch of used objects from city living, and what else? Depending on the style, build eco lifestyle and tiny living for sure. They all work really well with for rent. Anyway, Bangkok specifically, where I found my inspo for this build, is more congested than I think I can comprehend. And I'm like not from a small town, but I was flabbergasted by some of the places that the Google Street View moped went. Obviously, Tamarang is not crowded at all, but I tried to make it feel like that here to a tiny degree by using all the outdoor space that I could for like community objects. But I did finish a lot of the exterior of this build off camera because this video is going to be too long. But yeah, I put lots of dirt and graffiti on the walls and dirt on the ground with terrain paint. I put 2 grills in the middle space and a cooler. There's plant pots. I put a couple boom boxes. I thought that they were undercover, but they do still seem to break in the rain. Oh well. But yeah, so here it is. I put a little beachy vending machine in the front and one of those new food stalls from For Rent instead of the fence, and just lots of plants. I do end up putting a picnic table in the middle and hopscotch and pet bowls in the front later. And then one of those like infant tummy time things near the new family unit. Each one of those little metal add-on porch room things in the front have like little sitting areas. And on the left one, there's the utility closet with the water heater and electric box and sprinkler system. Yeah, I play tested this lot a lot, and I've changed a few things, but overall the lot works how I wanted it to. The neighbors all hang out together outside all the time. They eat together. They use the planters. They might grill a little too much. Okay, they grill way too much, but there's always food to eat. Okay, but we are working on the interiors of the units now. Starting with this front right unit. A single sim lives here. It's like a messy gamer vibe. The sim probably works at one of the resorts in town that makes billions of dollars in tourism, but they barely make a livable wage of that. Each unit, I imagine, had its own bathroom and kitchen like built at different times by whatever tenant was there. So they're all pretty basic as far as appliances and plumbing. And the bathrooms all just have archways and curtains for like a homemade vibe. I will replace these nice like ceiling lights later. I'm just using them to see and figure out the layout. But I'm gonna go around and match the apartments better. I loved using these snowy escape counters in this build. I use these in a couple different units. And most units have this mini fridge from the university pack because it's cheaper than the one that comes with For Rent. Who is coming up with the names of these packs? Honestly, I just have some questions. Like, why? And have you heard the words said out loud together? Anyways, snowy escape shelves, and the cute new appliances. I kind of wish the pressure cooker was a rice cooker, but that's just me. This sim does not get an actual TV down here because this basement treasures broken one was just too perfect. I do place a cheap computer down here, but I end up moving that upstairs later along with a working TV. This sim doesn't want people walking up on them while they're gaming with the bros, you know what I mean? So here's that little desk and computer area that I'll move upstairs later. And then behind the owners over here lives a young couple with a toddler. I imagine this couple was decently established in their careers by the time they had their kids, so this is a little more upgraded unit and the only one with a bathtub. Going with a bit of a colorful yellow theme in this unit. The whole lot is super colorful and like busy. It's my favorite way to decorate. I love how this lot turned out so much. I had some so much fun play testing in live mode, not because it wasn't laggy, which it wasn't, and I was nice to have that break, but there's so many sims and things to do on this lot. Just came out perfect. But here's where I'm placing the bathroom in this unit. They needed a tub, or I guess they can do toddlers in the sink now, but I have it in my head that they needed a tub, but I still wanted it to have that like homemade vibe. And I do also end up changing the wall pattern in the bathrooms later to like a big tile on the inside, and then the exterior bathroom walls to like just paint. Oh my gosh, and these new curtains, they're so cute. There's like another set of the Desert Luxe style curtains, and the tied up ones in such good colors and prints. I squeezed like a tiny toddler bedroom in this corner here. The new chamber pot is super cute also. But that does end up in the bathroom. And I realized that this bed was cheaper than that sleeping bag, so switch that out even though the sleeping bag was a cute bumblebee. And then I just placed like some toys and books over there. And I wanted something at the end of the bed as like a little separation. I think I land on old Blarfy over here. I was trying to give him some extra toys. There he is. And down to the kitchen. I am reusing those same counters here, but they do have a considerably bigger and nicer kitchen. I give them a stove and maybe even an oven too. I almost forgot garbage cans everywhere. So you can see on the other end of this room is that new object that looks like a big closed shop door from the outside, but it doesn't function as a door, it's just a wall hanging. It looks so cool. But anyways, they are the only ones with like bench seating over here. And this is the nice new mini fridge that they are getting here. It's like see-through, super cute. Oh, they do get a stove too. This is a nice ass kitchen. And I figured these new parents probably drink coffee over tea. So they get a coffee maker instead of a kettle. And also the Island Living and Snowy Escape little appliances, hot pot and the kava juice thing. Okay, I thought that kitchen was a little too nice. Anyways, I didn't put a dining room in this unit since it had the counter seats, but they all mostly eat outside anyways. But putting the living room over here with that fake door. Got a big thrifted couch. The new plastic chair and stool have been missing from this game since it came out. I'm about to put those everywhere. So good. A little bit nicer of a TV. Cozy. Very cozy. Okay, now on to the owner's unit here. This is in the front left. I have a couple with one partner's mother living here. I imagine the mother's late partner is the one who built these, and the utility closet is right next to their unit. It's one of the nicer units on the lot. I'm going for like a colorful green theme in here. And I wanted to use the bathroom again as some sort of separation between the two different sleeping areas. So I put it next to the front door here. Again, super basic bathroom, sink, shower, toilet, and one of those new curtains. Here we go, getting the 2 different sleeping areas figured out. And I pulled that room divider out earlier. Goes super well in here. Again, for just a little bit more separation, but like they didn't have walls to build, they're just using what they have. But the new dresser I placed next to the room divider there, and a mirror by the front door. I figured everybody they could share. Then just figuring out the furniture and layout I want up here. Gonna get one last new curtain up here. And then downstairs, they have a living area, dining area, a little office area there, and the new counters and cabinets, which have different decorations on different swatches. Be cute. And I hate how this game places desk and dining chairs like 1.5 feet away from the table, super straight. It looks so weird to me. In most of my builds, I try really hard not to have a chair at like every seat of the table because it just like amplifies the symmetrical weirdness. Anyways, but behind the gamer now in this other unit is a family of 4 whose chaotic downstairs store has taken over their living space down there. They sell all sorts of shit that they make and find. So I wanted to have a living and office space up here for them if I could, which I do. Yeah, just copying the toilet and sink from next door. I wanted to get, and then I realized I could make this bathroom smaller for sure in a minute. But I wanted to get a lot of the cheapest stuff I could for this upstairs space because like, these people are collectors, right? But almost everything they get and have, they try to sell in the downstairs store, and like that's where it all lives. So the parents and like one of the kids sleep on a blow-up mattress. There we go, that's a smaller bathroom. Getting lots of cheap curtains everywhere. And then I'm just going to start placing all of the furniture that I for sure want to fit in this space, to kind of figure out the layout and where everything can go. But in my game, I have a couple with a child and a teen living here, so I wanted to have a couple toys for the child and stuff for them to do, and stuff for the teenager to do. I wanted that corner to not look super childish. But yeah. So I haven't tried the new pool party event yet, but I did do the potluck and it's dope. People just come over and stock your fridge. Like people will never go hungry. Anyways, I squeezed that little TV area upstairs before I'm coming down to do a tiny kitchen and then the store area. Super basic kitchen, cheapest used counters and cabinets, cheapest appliances. I do give them a stovetop and a pressure cooker, but not an oven. And then the rest of this space is going to the store. You can see maybe now in the corner there that I have that new like craft selling table in there, but in live mode while I was playtesting, you like hire another sim to operate it, like the food stalls. And that's not how I wanted to play in this unit, so I switched that out for one of the selling tables and the art selling canvas so that I could actually like play in there like it's my sim store instead of having to hire another sim. But this was definitely my favorite unit to play in for sure. It like matches the busy vibe of the lot. And I wanted this store to be like super cluttered, like there's stuff everywhere you look and it's just one little path from one door to the next. I snuck as many functional objects in here as I could too. Like later I place a mirror and like knitting and cross stitch stuff. a couple of bikes and some chairs in there. It's like super messy, but it's super fun. Anyways, Jabron Towns, like it's been a little bit of a while. I did start a new medication last month and my body was not used to it. I am slowly starting to feel better, but I do have some cute townhouses that I built before For Rent came out, and I'm also working on some like luxury vacation apartments. So those videos will come soon. Let me know if you have any other ideas you'd like to see built in the comments. Also, if you don't know, there is a sim sale on the EA app right now. Most of the older packs are a decent price, and you can get romantic garden stuff and My First Pet stuff for free. So go download those if you haven't. They literally had to give My First Pet stuff away for people to use it. Anyways, I'm happy to have those blinds, I guess. Alright, in a minute I'm gonna go around and put all of the finishing touches on each of the units. Lots of rugs everywhere, lighting, wall decor, lots of dirt and grunge in the right side units. While every unit has an air conditioner, I did only place a couple of space heaters because I honestly was not expecting Tomarang to get as cold as it does in the winter, but they probably all could use space heaters. Anyways, the tour will be right after all those little finishing touches. getting the last bit of lighting and rugs in here, and she will be done. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Sims builds if you liked this one, and I hope you enjoy the tour. Bye!